What is up? What is up, everyone? We are back in the garage here, in the single bay garage for the time being. The big garage is still under construction. Obviously, we got to get electric out there. My boy Bryson Schrader ran out there today, got us washed out. Big, huge shout out to him. We don't have water out there, so getting that dirt that was inside of there was just crazy. He did a great job, and huge shout out to him for getting out there and getting me taken care of. That is awesome. If you guys need anything, I'm going to link his stuff below. I would say he does the Southern West Virginia area, taking care of all of your pressure washing, home washing needs. So just got it's a little pretty outside. It's actually a little cool though. But today I'm getting some stuff taken care of on the Zephyr, some much needed things. So we'll talk to you a little bit about what happened at our last outing at Elk Creek. But before we do that, I'm going to get this driver's side header. It is leaking pretty badly on the rear of that. And so there is part that is not good for spooling. That is not good for anything. Am I dirty? Yep. Yeah, look at there. Thought I had something. Anyways, that's not good for that, and it is not good for, you're just working harder to make boost. That's just how that goes. So I'm going to get this header off of here. I'll show you guys. Normally I just use orange, or it's copper RTV, orange RTV, or whatever you want to call it, to seal this thing. So I'm going to get this thing off of here, and I'll show you guys. You'll think I can pull this off with one hand. Technically, you shouldn't, but we don't have seal back there. So let's see if it'll come off. Oh, very easy. Okay. Huh. Oh yeah, look here. I think we were leaking a bit. Quite a bit, actually. We've been leaking for a while, it looks like. Probably while we were on E85, honestly. Nice. Very nice. It does not want to focus on it either. I don't know what's going on. Alright, so let's see if I can show you the head side of things. As you can see, we were sealed. Not so much. Huh. A lot of. That's just even one. All right, let's get this thing sealed back up. Boom, she's back on. This side is definitely not terrible, which, I mean, this car's not terrible anyways to work on this, but new silicone. We're going to let that set up for at least a day here before we start it up, and see if she holds. It all looks good. Another good thing that I checked, it's real easy to get to the starter once you pull this manifold. So I checked our starter, and it's got some set screws that and I put Loctite on them last time I put in. Obviously, it's still not working. It almost cost us a race at Clay City last year. So I took it off, got those put back in and locked down, and they should be good. So a little nut and bolt stuff. I'm still going to do some more nut and bolt stuff this weekend on it. Unfortunately, it looks like we're not going to get, I'm on call for work, so it doesn't look like I'm going to get to test it this weekend, but it is what it is. So pretty much what we think happened is there was an advanced table on in the tune that adjusted the fueling for ambient temperature or something like that. I'm not exactly, that's a little above my pay grade, but Kevin said that he found that. So it was stupid rich after 26 pounds boost, which means I could probably have ran less boost and it would have ran better. So little stuff, because I feel like the track was on kill enough that it would have really went well this past weekend. Another thing, I did talk with my converter guy, which technically I have a Hughes, but it was purchased whenever Pete worked at Hughes. And Pete is still a cool, stand-up enough guy to talk to me a little bit about it, look at some data logs, and he let me know he does think that we're making enough power now that a stator change would not be a horrible thing, especially if we're going to run front side a lot. Which we're going bare concrete this weekend, or next weekend. Then we're going bare concrete-ish the 2 weekends after. No, 2 weekends after that. And then we're going back to that 530 index for Little Gangsters. And then possibly up to War in the Woods. So then it gets fast. But we're just going to see, because like the next two events are probably not going to be, they're not going to be 490 passes, not out of this car. I mean, that's the goal. I still haven't hit this year. I mean, we technically came right out the gate, and or even at Elk Creek with the issues we had, technically still one of our fastest passes. It was a lot faster than our last outing at Elk Creek with more power, even though we weren't getting all of it. So we're there. There's a little bit more power there to be had in the tune, so we think that's what's going on. So, yeah, fun stuff, man. It's crazy. I love going to Elk Creek. It's a great, great time. And hopefully this thing will get right. So what I'm going to do now is later in this video, we're going to go ahead and scale the car, see what we're weighing now, and see what we need to do to set the car up for what we want to do. And we'll do some more plotting and adjusting and all that good stuff. We're going to get in the back of the car and hit some, look at those bars, make sure everything's nice and tight and tidy. And then we're going to see what kind of weight bias we've got, what we need to do to take out of the car. And I am going to try to lower the car a bit for nothing more than, than looks, just to be honest with you. I'd like to get this thing looking a little lower. So right now, we sitting a little bit like we got a lot of gap in the front, not so much in the back. That's to put a little bit more bias in the rear, but we have these struts, these are Ron G Afterworks struts, and let's see if we can see it. Yep, you can see we have quite a bit of shaft still showing, so we could get the car down and utilize a lot of that travel, but still have the car pretty low. So yeah, and the back's probably low enough, but we may just try to sort of level it out. One thing that I'll have to do if I do this is this lip here. I'm probably gonna have to cut this lip off of this fender, and that way, because this thing does, if you can tell a little bit here, you can tell the A-arm, the car sits forward. There are A-arms that will set this backwards, and sometimes your 79 to 84 cars, for some reason, the K-member is just a shade different, and you'll have to have those that sits that forward. So technically that may not actually be back, because that would actually shift. And somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but that would put, because you want your weight over top or this way. So technically moving this backwards would not be good, actually. So, all right, we are going to weigh this thing, see what we can do. So we are back at it. Before we measure or weigh this thing, I am going to get this whole deal back on. So I've got to drill some things out, straighten this strut out, all that good stuff, and try to get this wing back on here. So bear with me. I'm going to drill some stuff, drill some holes out, and hopefully we have enough hardware. I'm going to go, instead of doing all these deals, the rivets, I'm going to try to do bolt through. That's what we're going to try. So let's try it. All right, there we go. Got it back on. It looks much better, much more level. It is not all wanky, janky. Put some nice through bolts all the way through, and I left them long just in case. I'm not gonna go ahead and take them down yet. It worked out pretty good. Also cleaned it up a little bit. I don't know if you can tell. Maybe tomorrow, may bring this thing, pull it outside and give it a wash. I don't know, we may do it in here in just a bit. But currently, I think it's time. Let's get this bad boy on some scales and show you guys just what a small block Ford twin turbo 4-door Zephyr. Obviously, a lot of cage, no interior, and we're gonna see what we can do. See what kind of weight we're at. I'm gonna take that out, but as you can tell, the only thing we've removed from our doors is the rear doors. It's all steel, obviously, all glass, everything. Glass windshield. We're not doing no fiberglass mess. So let me take a few things out here, get the jack out, and get these things on here. We still have the rear weight in here, and I do have weight in this bumper as well. So let's put it on there, see what we can do. Alrighty guys, we are in the Zephyr here, and we are on the scales. I'm a little bit surprised as to what it weighs, but I think maybe the last time I weighed it was without our like track bars in the back. It's a little heavier than I thought it should be. Let me see if I can, there we go. That was all coming from the mirror. It's a little heavier than I thought it should be. But the percentages are, well, not too bad. Not too bad at all. I've lost some weight, so you would think that it would be a little lower, but it's not bad considering we don't have any water or nothing in the back. And I'm just trying to think of when the last time was that I actually scaled it. So let me show you what we got. All right. So you can see we're right at 3,170 pounds, 68 pounds. And we are almost 50-50, right? Something like that. That sucks, honestly. We're what, 49.2%? 49.2% in the front. And what was that, 50, whatever that, what, 50.8 in the rear. And we're at 3,168 pounds. So, yeah, I mean, I thought it was lighter than this, not gonna lie. We need to get some weight out of this joint. I don't really know where we could get it, but so 3,170 with all the weight in it in the back. But that's not all the weight, I'm sorry, with the weight that's in it in the back. We probably got 200 pounds of ballast-ish in the back to get us at that 50-50 mark. So, I mean, technically we can take it out. But as you can see, left to right is not bad in the front, 784, 777. Obviously, I'm sitting in the passenger side. That's why we're 858 in the left rear and 750 there on the right rear. So not bad. I mean, I'm sure, you know, we add another 250 pounds-ish to it when we run like backside dig or die. So we're still close to 3,400 pounds to get there. I mean, I'm not complaining. All steel, all glass. We've got the fiberglass deck lid. And oh yeah, I need to do something else here. Let me add something and I'll get back with you. All right, so hood is on. And we are at, so that almost gains us 10 pounds, 3,178. There ain't no way it's 10 pounds. What was it, 67? It says it's 11 pounds. That's pretty wild. So we went 50.5 in the rear. So we're right at 50-50, 49 in the front, 49.5 and 50.5. So just a hair rear bias on there at 3180, we'll call it. So 50-50 at 3180. Can you see her? Is she back there? There she is, through my mirror. She's buddying up with me today. So 3180. So, and we're gonna be adding weight to the front. I don't know what we're gonna do. We gotta shed some weight, boys. We gotta shed some weight. That is for sure. So, all right. So small little change. We were 2,900 without me in it, and just a little bit of trimming took 4 pounds off the nose, which is pretty interesting. So, not bad. Not bad at all. And that was just because the original, this is what we took out. The stuff that holds on, and as you can see, we were getting some natural weight loss anyways. Hello, this is my helper, Ballerina Princess, Spider-Man, Blanket, Adeline Claire. So, we're running into some not bad roadblocks. I mean, I need to take the stuff out of the doors, and if I wanted to, I could lose, man, probably 20. I've not even cut the door bars out of this thing. So just in our doors, and I don't know if I want to tackle that today. We may do that at a later date, and I'll show you guys how much it takes out. You know, we could take this thing off, and I'd like to save, well, I mean, see, we're at a weird spot, though, because I think we're going to put a dash in it and some stuff, and I want to keep my functioning roll-up windows in the back, or in the front. In the back, I could probably get rid of all of this and that X-bar and cut this out all the way up to here and, like, just use a prop or however weld a thing in to keep this glass up. We could also go to plexiglass, but I don't really see any point in doing that. I could cut even more of this door out. I could cut all the way pretty much down through here. Anything below this, sort of where that fender well, or the fender, whatever you want to call that, dips in here. Cut it all the way out. So, I mean, there's definitely some more stuff to be done that I could do. And then comes the next, the next part. Yep. So then comes the next part, like, what do we do? Which way do we go with things? I do have, if you've been watching this channel a little while, I have a two-door box top shell at the shop, at the other shop. And I'm getting ready to move down to the garage. So maybe we just go crazy with that thing and just super lightweight and start from scratch building it stupid light, and then either take this motor out of it and put in there, or maybe build another big boy motor if I somehow win the lottery type situation. I don't know. I don't know what to do here. I mean, 3,200 pounds, let's just say, wet 50-50. I could have swore it was better than that before, but you got to think, we added the fuel up front. We don't have the stuff in the back anymore, the ice tank and all that. I thought we'd have lost some weight, but I don't know. I guess maybe I've got more weight in the back of that thing than I'm thinking in them track bars, because I don't know. And, I added a wing to the rear and different things like that. But anyways, so let's fire this thing up.
What?
I'm going to fire this thing up.
Why?
Because you must step outside for just a minute. Let me fire this thing up, okay?
Why?
Because I just fixed the header on it, and I want to see if we're fixed, okay? That was just to check everything. You okay, Tukes? Okay. All right. All right, guys. So that's going to wrap it up for this one. We did get the wing back mounted. We got the front fenders trimmed. The exhaust manifold resealed. Good. We got sort of our stator situation figured out. We're going to run it for right now for the time being. We got a tune situation figured out. We got to plug that in the car, and then we'll be good to go. Yeah, I did cut my thumb a little bit with the wing. Anyways, and we got it weighed, and we know what we're sitting at with weight. So it is what it is. I mean, it's a big car. It is. I mean, and we have some weight that we can take out of it, but currently, I think our best bet is to not mess too much with it. Let's get it racing. Let's have a good time with it, and maybe go ahead and start figuring out the situation with the two-door, and maybe get at the chassis shop. Maybe get it in there, and start working from there, and just go from there. So. All right, that's pretty much what we figured out. The power plant for the two-door is going to be a little different. It depends, like I said, on money. But I know what I want. I know what I want to do. People probably think it's crazy, but well, I get two options. It just depends. We'll see which one outweighs or outperforms the other. I'm not really sure just yet. So, guys. YouTube channel is doing great. I really appreciate everybody's support. If you made it this far, click the like button, help me out. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And this next week, we're headed to Butt Naked US 60. Come on out. It's going to be a good time. Happy, Limpy. I think Limpy's going to be there. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's going to be insane. Virgin surface, concrete, and yeah, I mean, it's going to get fast. We may be outgunned, but I like the street. That's sort of what I love to do, and I love bare concrete. So we'll see. We're still going to be on CO7s, and you can see we're 50-50. I'm going to leave it there. And we do have some weight that we can throw in it if need be, but I think that we will probably be good for the time being. Hopefully get us some wins. So, all right, guys. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing if you have. And we will see you in the next video. Peace.
For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to link, no time to waste. For the record, yeah. For the